Forgot to vlog, didn't I? Oops. Morning. So I did miss a week. How silly of me. I think it's because I vlogged twice the week before, but whatever. I'm still learning. Getting there, you know? So this is like, I guess, week 3 into 2018 of my weight maintenance flip, what's it called, journey. So I've been I was losing weight since July 2016, hit goal to May 2018 and then have been maintaining since then. Sometimes maintaining really well with healthy mindsets towards food and exercise, and other times, like the past few weeks, where it's just been a cycle of overeating for 3 or 4 days by quite a lot, doing that all or nothing thing. Like, well, if I've had pizza for lunch, I might as well have McDonald's for dinner. Then I might as well have crisps and chocolate and cake because I've had all that other stuff and just start again tomorrow. Luckily, I have actually been starting again tomorrow. And so I'll do that for 3 or 4 days, start to feel really kind of sick and gross, and then get back on it. I don't know if that's just going to be life now. I don't know if anyone watching already maintaining, can you tell me if that's just what happens to you too? Like, is that just what people who have smaller bodies do? They kind of indulge and then just one day don't indulge. You know, like, is that the pattern? I don't know. So that's been fun. I did have kind of a moment that triggered that for me 2 weeks ago. And I should have vlogged about it, but I obviously forgot. So I'll tell you all about it now. So I went to a fitness class with my good friends, who may or may not watch this. Whatever, watch it, I don't care. Whatever, we're friends. And so they said, come to this gym class, it'll be fun. And I thought, oh no, I don't want to go. It's like a weightlifting gym class thing. And Zumba I'm fine with. Anything that's like doing push-ups or squats or burpees in front of people, not my thing. Too many hours of PE lessons as a kid that just kind of tarnished me against that. So I went, and it was actually quite fun. I was quite enjoying myself. She had some upbeat music going, and she was a really fun instructor, and being with friends really helped. So, wait for it. Afterwards, someone else I knew that I kind of work with came up to me and she said, "Oh, I'm so glad you were here. It was really funny to watch you." And I was like, "What? What?" And she just was like, "Yeah, it was super funny just to see you in the mirror." And I was like, "That's really weird," and I was embarrassed. And so that was worse enough. Then flash forward 20 minutes, I walk into a meeting because this was a lunch workout group at work. So I walk into a meeting, and someone else I work with who wasn't in that gym class said, "Oh, hey Laura, I was just hearing from this other person how hilarious you were in that gym class you were just in." And she said it in front of all the people. I'm a supervisor where I work, so all the people that like report to me and have to kind of look up to me for leadership, and there I am just like a mess. Like I wanted to just cry and run away, and I couldn't focus on work the rest of that day. I got home and I couldn't figure out like why. I just couldn't shake it. I just couldn't shake what, not only that this person was watching me and then told me they were watching me, but then went back to their office and told their buddies they were watching me, and then one of their buddies thought it would be hilarious to tell me that in front of people. And not just any people, but like the people on the team, you know, people I work with very close. Oh, anyway, it was just really icky, and I felt horrible. And I came home and I just ate everything in sight. Then my husband Leo, he was like, "Well, why like he could tell something was wrong, and I didn't want to tell him what because I was embarrassed. And so then when I did tell him, like, he was just like so horrified as well, which was kind of nice. And then I texted my friends and kind of said, well, this is what happened today, so I'm not going to go back to another class. And they were kind of horrified. And in a way, that's nice. It's not nice for people to feel bad, but it's nice when people feel bad to the same measure about the same things that you do, right? Because you're like, oh, I'm not mad, or this isn't just some like old overweight person thing. I'm going to use the word fat. I hope that's okay. Some people don't like that word, but about me, I would say I was fat and use that word and kind of own that word in the body positive sense. But if it bothers you, do let me know, and I'll make sure I clarify every time I say it. Anyway, so is that old fatness? Is that my old fat identity coming back? And so my husband then just said, well, I don't think you'd say that to someone who was overweight. And I was like, I don't know if you would. And he said, so maybe this is kind of a thin person moment. And I was like, oh, yeah. Like, because you wouldn't go up to someone who's big and say, oh, you're hilarious to when you work out, right? Would you? I don't know. Would they? I don't know. But maybe they'd have never known me. These are two new people where I work, so they've never known me as my older fat self. So they maybe not, they didn't know what they were kind of bringing forward. I don't know. All of this is to say that it was horrible and it was just put me off. So I didn't really want to exercise after that. And if I'm not exercising, I might as well eat. And that did lead to like a week worth of really indulging in food. Luckily, we live here in Canada where I haven't eaten all the food, if you know what I mean. I haven't grown up with a lot of the food they have here. So there's comfort food that I wouldn't even know is comfort food. And so days or weeks, I should say weeks. It did last for like a good week and a half. Weeks like that. I'm glad I don't know what Dairy Queen really tastes like, or I don't know what, pierogies and things like that. Food here that's quite common here for people to have as comfort food, I just don't know. So I go back to what I'm used to, which they don't have too much of here. So like crisps and chocolate that I would love. I'd have to go to a special store and buy it and stuff. So anyway, it was like, it's kind of days like that. It's lucky that I'm not just surrounded and immersed in the things that I can easily get hold of if I wanted to. So then I was beating myself up for doing it. So I did it yesterday, might as well carry on today. And so that was another round of kind of every morning of waking up going, today will be different. Today I'm going to focus on this, or I'm going to focus on that, or I'm going to drink more water, or whatever it is to get back on track. I was just like good. What is that language? I was doing the things that I said I would do for a few hours, and then I would just plummet again. And I don't know why. That same old fat behavior from when I was bigger, that was what I would do every day. I'm sure we've all done it. Every day you get up and you're like, I'm gonna run a marathon and drink 6 gallons of water and only eat apples, and then you fail miserably. So I really had to do a lot of, I got my old journals out to kind of read where I was, what helped me before when I was just starting Weight Watchers to get back on track and stay on track. I've been doing that the last few days. So it's only been 2 or 3 days of being really on plan, of tracking what I'm doing without a sense of shame. I find if I don't put it in my tracker, it's because I'm trying to hide it. So what's the point in that? I've eaten it, so I might as well track it. So it's only been a few days of doing it, but I'm hoping that this feeling I have now lasts, this feeling of being cognizant and present and knowing what I want to eat lasts. We can only hope, right? So that was my last few weeks. I don't know why I didn't vlog. Maybe I kind of consciously or unconsciously didn't want to, because I knew that I'd have to say about all the junk food I've eaten. Again, a sense of shame. Why? You're not going to shame me, right? Like, this is the story you kind of want to hear, is that just because you've hit goal doesn't mean that everything's under control, right? If anything, there's like a little bit more pressure. I find now, I had a donut at work and everyone was just looking at me like, you can eat that? And it's like, human beings can eat donuts. Like, it was so strange, you know? But anyway, so I find that the maintenance journey, when you're not focusing on the loss, then what do you focus on when days are hard? You know, so I guess that's the thing I have to do. And vlogging would help with that, so not forgetting to vlog, Laura. The other goal I was working on was 5 vegetarian meals. It's actually been surprisingly easy to do. Most of my lunches like egg or fish or something, so that's been quite easy. Dinners are a bit harder because the kids' dinners, and then my husband will eat some things but not other things, so the kitchen is just like an active zone of people trying to make different food. So yesterday I actually did a bit of meal planning and sat down with my cookbooks and my vegetarian cookbooks, and we just picked some recipes that we both like to try and we think the kids will like, and shoot for that. Then went actually shopping to buy the stuff. I hate in cookbooks when they put things in there like you already have them. Like it said, a cup and a third of bulgur wheat. Sure, yeah, just grab that from the pantry next to the saffron. Like, what is it? There's other things that I find really difficult to find here. Zeta, which is like a thyme mint, I think, concoction. Middle Eastern, it's delish. Where do you find that? And if you know anything about Alberta in Canada, yeah, not easy to find things that are a bit more that like Middle Eastern, like not white food. I said it. Oh my gosh. So that's fun. We'll try that this coming week. I'll let you know how that goes. Oh, and on a good note, my friends did convince me to come back this week to another class, because yeah, I could either let an experience like that throw me off, or I could just kind of own it and go back and be like, you know, I don't know, like it should be her feeling weird for watching me, right? Not, you know. Anyway, so I will be going back to do another class this week, and I want to do more at my gym that I have outside. I'm growing my hair out. Talk about distraction. I'm growing it out, but I went for a tidy on Friday, and I think she like actually cut a lot of it off, and I'd already grown it anyway. I think that's how this works. You have to grow it so it's all shabby, and then they tidy it, and then it'll gradually get longer that way. I have loved it. It's loved how easy it is, the short hair, but I do miss my long hair. I used to have it down to like my mid back. And I miss all the stuff I could do with it. So I think that'll be worth getting all my hair back again for that. Anyway, that's really what you're here to hear about, isn't it? How can Laura get her hair long? I think that's about it. Other than the weather here, I know I live in middle-ish, northern-ish Canada. So it feels weird to complain about this. But it has been minus 40 for about 2 weeks, and it is unbearable. Just think about that for a second. Minus 40. You literally cannot be outside for more than 10-15 seconds before like your eyelashes all frost over, or like and it makes your nose run, and then your nose freezes, and it's very strange. And if you're not wearing like good waterproof mascara, it will freeze and then melt off your face. I learned that the hard way my first winter here. Yeah. So, and that just gets you down, right? When it's that cold outside. Not that I mind it, because it's beautiful and snowy. Minus 20 up to like +5. Beautiful outside. Love it. Can go for a winter walk. It's gorgeous. Go for drives. Gorgeous. But when it's this cold and it's like, ugh, will the car start? Did I plug it in to keep the engine warm overnight. Otherwise it won't start, did I? Where are the kids' coats? Where are their snow pants? It takes so much longer to leave the house because I got to get both of them in snow pants, jackets, scarves, mittens, winter boots, hats, and so doing that twice, and then for your own self is like, honestly, it takes like 10-15 minutes longer just to get out of the house. And then when you do, the roads are icy and dangerous, and that's a bit of a sketch drive everywhere you go. It just kind of puts you off going out and doing things, right? Or you get home and you're like, yeah, I could go back out to the gym, but it's cozy in the house. Just stay in the house. And like I said, I know I shouldn't complain. We chose to live here. This is our new home, so I shouldn't really moan about it, but you know, whatever. I'm gonna So yeah, this is turning out to be a very long one already. So I'm going to head on off out of here. I weigh in, for those of you who are just interested in the weight ones, I'm going to put when it's a weigh-in. So if you're not interested in just like the weekly updates of how I'm maintaining, foods I'm eating, things I'm trying, then I'll actually put weigh-in February, weigh-in March, weigh-in April. So you know which ones those are. So I only weigh in monthly. But I do hope you stick with me beyond the weigh-ins. I'm learning more and more that this whole weight loss, maintenance, gain, loss, gain, schmozzle is more than just that number on the scale. It's so up here. It's so up here. And it'll either break you or make you, that number on the scale. So I'm glad I only have to do it monthly now. Yeah. Okay, y'all. Take care. I promise I'll be back next week. Okay, take care. Love you lots. Bye.